Good morning, everybody. Grand Rising. Welcome to the All About Favor channel. For those of you who are my normal subscribers, thank you for continuing to watch and support the channel. And to those of you who are new and this is your first time watching, welcome and thank you for joining us today. I am your host, Pastor KZ. This is one of the most talked about episodes, and that is the Tell the Truth Thursday. We're going to get right into it, and like I promised you on last week, we're going to do a couple of these of the aftermath of Thanksgiving. Let us get right into it today. Tell the truth for number one. I am the brother, Pastor K, of the lady who wrote to you about our daddy's new friend who showed up to the Thanksgiving dinner at my aunt's house. Now, if you recall, the lady spoke up and said our mother would have wanted daddy to move on with his life. And I just can't believe daddy showed up with this woman because daddy was so grief-stricken. We literally had to carry him out of the church from the funeral. Now, Pastor KZ, I don't know if you recall this, but as my sister said, our mama just died we buried her the 4th of July weekend. And Thanksgiving Day, daddy got a new girlfriend. And it was clear that they were beyond friends, just the way this woman was acting. But I was absolutely appalled that not only did he bring the woman brought extra people with her. Her daughter and son-in-law and grandchildren. That just was over the top for me. And to see this woman wearing mama's jewelry, that just took me out and took me to another place. Pastor KZ, my daughter, who is 14, asked me, Daddy, who is that with Papa? I said, well, ask Papa. And again, my daddy repeated, this is his friend. Now, I had to explain to my daughter why Papa has moved on so fast. And Pastor KZ, they were all acting like they were a couple. I'm very angry with daddy. You were right when you said we are angry. I'm so mad at my daddy right now. Now, for me as a man, Pastor K, I can understand a man wanting a new lady in his life because you know we men have needs. I'm just going to be honest, Pastor KZ, since it's Tell the Truth Thursday. But I can't get over this right now because mama's death is too fresh for me. And the fact that daddy is acting like this, it bothers me. And the fact that my daddy, he won't even let us get a picture out the house. He won't let us take nothing out the house because he said he didn't want nothing disturbed. He wanted to leave everything the way mama left it. But mama wouldn't have wanted this. I don't care what daddy say. Mama would not have been pleased to know that daddy brought his woman to her sister's Thanksgiving dinner. To me, Pastor KZ, it was just a whole level of disrespect on my daddy's part. And you know, daddy tried to pull me to the side and talk to me about it like it was nothing. And I didn't want to hear him. I did not want to hear him. And I just told him to get out of my face. I ain't trying to hear that. Thinking back since the week is gone now, Pastor KZ, I feel bad of how I spoke to my daddy, but I just really don't want to face him right now. I just don't. I don't know what we're going to do Christmas, but I know what I'm not doing, me and my family. I'm not going nowhere near daddy because I don't want to see this woman because I know this not going to end up well for us. Pastor KZ, I am a new subscriber thanks to my sister, and I just want to say you're doing a good work, and I'm going to go out and buy me a journal, and I'm going to start writing because I got a few things to say. And you know what? I don't think this just happened with daddy and the new friend, because I remember when I was a little boy, daddy used to have different women and we used to go to their house, and daddy used to say that they was his friend. He was just doing a job for them and stuff. Now I'm beginning to think my daddy has always been a serial cheater. Thank you for writing. There is more to this letter that he added in, but again, I say this. I do feel, this is just my opinion. I do feel your daddy was foul for that. I just don't think that was the right time, nor was it the right place to bring your new friend. It's no way you should have, the daddy, he shouldn't have brought that woman to his sister-in-law house, a place where you know this your wife's sister. That was just insensitive on his part. He wasn't thinking. He just wasn't thinking. And again, your daddy might be still filled with grief that it just didn't register. And sometimes when a person is grieving, sometimes people take advantage of that person because they know they're vulnerable. And I think maybe what could have happened is this woman took advantage of your dad's vulnerability. And like I said to your sister on last week's letter, I know you might need to take a minute and step aside from your daddy, but don't give up on your father-son relationship. Don't give up on that. Just chalk it up for a bad decision on your daddy's part. Take a little time out to breathe and relax from it, and you may have to step back from him for a moment, but don't cut your daddy off. That's the man who helped create you. And I know your daddy loves y'all, but I think your daddy, after thinking about this over the past week or so, I'm beginning to think this woman might be taking advantage of his vulnerability right now. So we'll talk more about this. Continue to email me and please get that journal going. Thank you again for writing. Let's move on to Tell the Truth number 2. Dear Pastor KZ, I'm the man whose wife has 2 kids from another man. Do y'all remember that from last month or so? I shared with you one of the Tell the Truth from the man who told the truth about, he knew about his wife having an affair and the 2 children were not his. And reason being, he's had a vasectomy, so there's no way possible that they can be his. Well, he said Thanksgiving Day was a doozy. He said, well, first of all, this is crazy. First of all, we had dinner, made it through. Of course, we had family over for dinner. All of that went well. But after everybody had trickled out and stuff and we were cleaning up, I told my wife, I want to talk to you now. I'm ready to tell you the truth about something. And she said, well, okay, fine, because maybe the truth need to come out. He said, and then I began to get in my feelings. Just the way she said it. So I said, what you mean by that? Why you say it like that? And she said, well, people got secrets. And I said, what people we talking about? Because I'm talking about you and I. What people we talking about got secrets? And she said, well, you got secrets and maybe I got some too. He said, now I'm getting mad, as he used the curse word. Now I'm getting mad because I didn't present this to her in a nasty, mean way, but the way she was talking, and then something else that got on my nerve that I just kind of overlooked because we had family there. Her phone kept jumping off. I mean, every few minutes or so, if it's not a text, the phone ringing. So finally, I just looked at her as if giving her the eye, like, well, you turn that phone off or something. We're in the middle of dinner. So she excused herself and went for about 5 minutes and came back. And the phone calls stopped coming. So I just assumed that was her man calling her or texting her. And he said, so that's what prompted me wanting to get this out. So after everybody left and we're cleaning up and stuff, we took a seat and stuff. And I said, yeah, we need to definitely talk. We need to just stop this. And she said, yeah, you're right about that. And I said to her, well, is it something you want to tell me? And she said, yeah, it is. She said, you know what? Things ain't working out for us no more. I'm ready to move on. I'm just ready to move on. And he says, well, what brought this on today? That you ready out of all this time you've been ready to move on. Why you picked today to say this? And she said, because it's just time. She said, you know what? You know, we don't have that in love type relationship anyway. And he said, you know what? Let me stop you. Let me stop you. You are right. We got married for the wrong reasons, but I got a truth I need to tell you, lady. First of all, them blank kids in there ain't my kids. He said, Pastor KZ, the proverbial crap hit the fan at that moment. She said, what you mean they not your kid? He said, I mean just what I say. You know that them not my kids. And she said, what you mean they not your? He said, I told her, lady, I can't even make no babies. How them my kids? And she said, oh, so you been holding this all this time? He said, yeah, them not my kids. He said, I love them, but they not mine. And you think I'm so stupid, you still running around with their daddy. And she said, you know what? You right. You right. Because that's the man I should have married. And that's the man I have always been in love with. Because he is my soul mate and you not. He said, you know what? I told her, you know what? I'm ready to tell you the truth about something about me. Guess what? I don't even like you. I don't even like you. More than that, I'd have a friend also. And that person may or may not be my soulmate, but at least that's who I want to be with. Pastor KZ, I don't like how that conversation went because I'm not a mean-spirited person, and I did not want things to come out like that. I know I said in my first email I would get drunk on some Grey Goose, and I just wanted to tell it and say it. That ain't really what I wanted to do because I do love those children, and I don't want to hurt them. But I can't stay in this marriage anymore, and since she wants out, good. We're even on that. Pastor KZ, later on that evening, she packed her clothes. She packed a bag. And I said, well, where you going? And she said, I got plans. I mean, we don't have nothing going here. I got plans. And since we've told the truth how we felt about it, he said, no, wait. You still my wife. You just gonna up and pack up and go? She said, yeah, I'll be back Saturday or Sunday sometime. And he said, so what to do with the kids? She said, well, they in your name. And judge still gonna say they're yours. You've been taking care of them all these years. So you can watch the kids, but my friend, I'm going with him. Pastor K, what do I do now? What do I do? Because I can tell you how this day ended, but I don't really want to go into that ugliness of what happened afterwards. Because her man came to pick her up from our home. You know what? Thank you for writing this email. Y'all, it sounds like a lot of stuff went on Thanksgiving. As I said to you all last week and the week before, I did receive some, to tell the truth, and it disturbed my spirit because I do realize telling the truth is great, but some of these people on the holiday, that's not the time. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Anytime the truth comes out is not a good time, but just my opinion, Pastor KZ's opinion. I don't feel like holidays. I just don't feel like that's the time to air that. I don't know. What do y'all think? Write in the comments. Somebody email me. What do y'all think about that? Because the truth is going to hurt either way. But I do feel like, and as I wrote to you and told you when you first wrote me the email about that situation, the worst thing that can happen is those children are not having stability. And now you got to deal with, are you going to tell the children that you're not their biological father? Well, how are you going to handle that situation? Are you two talking about divorcing each other? Or y'all are now in an open marriage? What is going on with that? I know it's some things you didn't share in this email, and I'm sure as you continue to write, you'll share things. So I'm just right now, I'm kind of lost with what you're going to do here. But I will say this. The man coming to pick your wife up from your house, That reminds me of the next tell the truth I'm finna go into. But I just want to say this to everybody, though, especially married people, having someone else, the third party, come to your home, that's foul on so many levels. That's foul on so many levels. Also, when it's a holiday and they know you with your family, you don't have control to tell this person, don't call my phone, or you don't have sense enough to either turn your phone off. That's just foul and disrespectful on so many levels. But thank you again for sharing this. And I will share more of this letter with you, our viewers, another time. But I just wanted to give you some snippets of some aftermath from Thanksgiving Day, of some situations that occurred. So now the next truth number 3. You all know it's from Nicole Hose. Hi, work husband. Boy, you just too much. You are doing too much of nothing. Now, he picks up in his email with, this is still from last week, and he picks up here. I'm going to share more of that email. The mother-in-law, y'all recall, the work wife and her sister shows up to after Thanksgiving Day, and she spilled, the truth came out. The mother-in-law sitting there crying, talking about, wait, we need to work this out and get along, according to him. That brings you up to speed where we're at today. Okay, Pastor KZ, let me finish the story. So the work wife said, ma'am, I'm basically a good person. I don't generally disrespect people by nature, but blank, she called my name. He led me to believe that he was through with her and that we were going to be together. This man moved into my apartment and we created a family. This boy here is his son. It is his son. And the mother-in-law says, yes, he looked just like him. But Pastor KZ, I don't know what is going on with me, but it's like I'm detached from this child. It's like I can't feel no closeness to him. And I don't know why, because yeah, I know it's my child, but I just can't feel close to this boy. And so while the child was there, you know, I have such a wonderful wife. Why did I mess up with this woman? She took the little boy and she took him out and gave him some things to play and had one of my daughters just keep the child out of the room because she felt like that child didn't deserve to be in the middle of this mess. And my wife said, she spoke up and she said, she called me by my name. You done messed up this family. You just messed up the family. And she said, you know what? I don't like a woman coming to my house, and you done overstepped, and you done brought this woman to our home. Now, the first mistake you made was bringing her here. And now the woman going to the church, she's everywhere. And she's like, look, lady, I don't want you coming to my house. Since he won't tell you, I'm telling you, don't come back to my house. So since you won't say anything, you're letting these women talk, your mother-in-law speaking up, your wife speaking up. It's just a problem I have with you on that. Now, let's talk about a few components of this. First of all, I salute your wife for taking that little boy out of that situation, because there are things children have no business being in the middle of. Salute and kudos to your wife for that. Also, as to your mother-in-law saying you got to work things out, she is right. You've got to come to some type of understanding. But again, I'm telling you again, you better get you a restraining order, or if you may not even have to get a restraining order. You got to speak up and tell this woman, don't come to your house anymore. And you definitely need to get mediation to get visitation set up. Go through the legal system. Let it work for you. You already say you're agreeing to pay child support, but let the law stipulate how much child support she's getting. Quit going over there giving her cash money. I'm going to conclude with that portion of the letter, but it just seems to me you just not stepping up like you should. And for that, I'm going to tell you again, and I'm going to mash on you and bash you again. Boy, bye. Take ownership of this mess you made. Speak up and be a man about it. Stop trying to make excuses. Stop trying to play the victim. You are not the victim, man. You're too old for this. Get things straightened out. Thank you so much for writing me again. And I want to say to my viewers, he's written some more. And at this point, like I said, he needs to get into therapy. And he has told me via his emails that he will go to counseling. But something new came up with his recent email. He said the wife is now agreeing to go to counseling with him. But he said his wife still she makes it clear, I don't trust you and I'm not ready to get back into a relationship with you like that. But for the sake of our family, and now you have a son, we just need to come together on something and just really pray to repair this marriage, because the wife still says she's not sure she wants to remain married to him. She doesn't know, because she said the hurt is too fresh. And you know what? Again, I salute this woman, because she has identified, number one, that she's hurt. Number two, she's angry and she's sick of this situation. But most importantly, she's not making a hasty decision based on the anger and the hurt. Can I say this? A lot of times people make quick decisions hastily and they regret them later. Now, there are some people can forgive and return to their marriage and it be restored. Then there are other people who really just can't. Even though they'll say, we're going to try to work it out, in the back of their mind, they still have trust issues and they still feel like, you know what? Okay, he's 20 minutes late. Wonder where he is or where she is. When you have that, it's still fresh in your mind and you haven't healed from that. And there are components of you really haven't forgiven them for that. Now, again, on this Telling the Truth Thursday, and there's so many emails I get, and I just print them out and look through them. Some of you I'm responding to, individually. And like I said, I'll usually pick a couple to do, with the viewers. But you all continue to write. But more importantly, please continue to journal. That is the key. And the fact that you're telling some truth and you're getting some true information out, it's releasing you. You've taken this stuff that you have suppressed, stuffed down, hidden for years, secrets, just different things that have gone on in your life. And it is a good thing now that you're writing them down. Also, I heard some people ask me in the emails, Pastor KZ, what type of journal do you recommend? Well, I'm going to just tell you the truth. For me, when I just started journaling, I just took a simple notepad and I just began to write. But now they have on the market all different type of journals you can purchase. And by the way, when you go to Amazon, you will find a couple of journals that Pastor K have put on there also. One of them will say the Walk-In Favor Journal. Another one is, one of them is a blue book. I made the blue one for the men and then another color for the ladies. But you can pick one of those journals. And also, for the upcoming year, I want you to pick up this workbook of mine. It's time to focus on me. Emotional healing starts with me. And for the work husband and the work wife, I am going to gift the two of you, each one of you, a copy of my latest workbook. And when you open it up, it has different information in it, and it have on each page, like I said about the other workbooks, it have some sayings in it, but there's room for you to write your feelings and your thoughts about it. So I'm going to gift the two of you this workbook. Emotional healing starts with me. So I want you all, those of you, to pick this up off of Amazon.com. If you don't want to get it from Amazon, you can write me in the email at walkinfavor61 yahoo.com, and I will get you a copy shipped out to you. And you got to prepay for everything, though. Also, if you want to try the other workbooks, Time to Get Out of a Rut, and the other workbook, Getting Back to Me. You know what? Following Telling the Truth, sometimes you got to get back to me. Now you got to rediscover who you once were after a hurt. Getting Back to Me. Never forget, you matter. You matter. And these are workbooks Pastor K has on Amazon. I also have a children's workbook on there, a children's book that have puzzles and different things on there. So check it out on Amazon.com, and you will find it listed under Nikita Welch Zor. That is my name, and that is what the books are listed under. And also, like I say, you can just write me in the email. We're getting close to 3,500. And remember, you get a mug. Also, I have asked 2 people who consistently comment 20 times. 20 times, you will get a special treat from Pastor KZ. Thank you all so much for watching. I have enjoyed this episode, and there's a lot of stuff that went on in the aftermath of Thanksgiving Day. Y'all, it was some mess. It was a lot of mess in some of the emails, and it really disturbed me because some families are messed up, y'all. It's a lot of family chaos, and it's messed up. I'm looking forward to what y'all gonna say, what go on over the Christmas holiday. All I can say is I hope you don't go into the new year with some of this mess. I hope you begin to heal. Also, I just want to thank personally my brother and sister-in-law. They went to Mexico for, I think, one of their anniversaries, and they had this special made for me, Pastor KZ, and I just want to thank you all for your gifts, all of you. And like I say, I'll periodically shout people out, and just giving you all, thank you so much. Those of you who have sent me Cash Apps, Zelle, PayPal, thank you so much for supporting the channel. The backdrop that you see, I will periodically change the backdrops each month. The backdrops actually come from donations from those of you who support the channel. So if you want to see what's going on with that, thank you so much. This is from you, the subscribers who have donated to support this channel. Also, you will see that I have some different lighting and some other different things I was going to show you. Thanks to you, when I'm out doing, I'm going to be doing some remote videoing, and I just want to thank some of you, those of you who supported to help make these purchases, because to keep this show going, we have to spend some money. So I just want to thank you all so much. All of you new subscribers, keep watching. And the #1 sports wrap up. That's the #1 episode of this show. The #2 is Tell the Truth Thursday. So please keep viewing, keep liking the videos. Hit the thumbs up. Please don't forget to hit thumbs up. That's all you got to do is just smash the thumbs up button. Also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Thank you again for watching. Have a wonderful day. And you know what? Write some comments or some emails in regards to some of these truths that's been told. I just can't unpack it because, like I said, those emails from Thanksgiving Day, it just disturbed me. And it's painful to see people going through so much hurt. So remember, keep journaling and keep praying, y'all. Keep praying for each other, lifting each other up in prayer. We're in the next holiday season, which is Christmas coming up. So we've got to love on each other more and more. Life is short. We don't even know who may or may not make it through the holidays. You know, love each other. Love yourself. Try to treat people the way you want to be treated. No judgment zone here, but y'all, you got to do a better job at protecting your peace and protecting your heart. I know part of telling the truth is painful, but also it is going to help heal your hurt, your brokenness. It doesn't say that it's going to happen overnight, but you have made a start. You have entrusted me to encourage you to journal. Keep that up. Stay focused. Don't ever lose focus. That's when the enemy slithers in. Stay focused and always walk in favor. Have a wonderful Thursday. And I'll see you back briefly tomorrow just for a Friday pop in. Don't know what I'll do on Friday, but just I'll pop in for a few moments. See you back. Have a wonderful day.